now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Too bad that you couldn't see the man that... Well, hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE DACAT SHIRO update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello, Dashi. Hello, Dashi. I didn't realize I had to list that far. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. We got a bit to go over today. We'll try to get as much done as we can in an hour because we have a special guest coming on in an hour. It's Tammy. Tammy's coming on. Coming on at the top of the hour at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What? Okay. Let's do... All right, let's start off with some Shirou. Take a look at this cute cat. This little kitty, this little white kitty. Why's it got to be white, bro? Because that's its color. Down about 5% on the day. Let's see what the volume is. The volume for this is about 1.7 million. So they're outperforming DEVVE as far as volume is concerned. Obviously, as far as market cap, they're at 5.7 million. They have almost 21% of their supply burn. So a lot of people are saying like, hey, you know, VeVe has too many tokens, you know, for OMI, they have to burn the supply. Burning supply is a great gimmick. It's a great way to like get a bunch of people interested in the token that would not have been interested in the token prior. Because like, you know, that's like on certain people's checklist. Okay, do they do burns? Do they do buyback? They do all that. They have staking. They have all that. How much of that is the gift that, as long as they keep burning, they'll keep getting the stuff done. You know, if they ever stop it, it's like, oh, okay, they're not doing buyback, not doing burns anymore. I would say the amount of tokens that they burn, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, because again, 20% is a fairly significant amount. You know, when you had 1 trillion tokens, and I have 793 billion, 310 billion, 7 million, actually 793 trillion, 310 billion, 747 million, 250. So actually burning like 200 trillion, like it's an insane amount, right? You still have an insane amount of tokens, but the fact that you can do those, and it gets the community excited, and they do it all the time. Like sometimes they do it every day, and the community's like, yes, more burns, more burns. And again, me too, I thoroughly enjoy that. But I think recurring revenue is going to be the thing that will take Shirou to the next level, take DEVVE to the next level when that gets there. Now, obviously, DEVVE's going to have an insane amount of revenue. Shirou will start small, then get bigger. Their comic that I thought, you know, it was 10 pages, and I was like, hey, get it to like 16. They're like, yeah, it's like 22 now. I was like, oh, great. So their comic's going to have a bunch of new material. It'll have a bunch of stuff in there. I'm excited to see the way it turns out. Shirou is one of the other tokens that I'll probably get on the DEVVE exchange later this year. OMI, Shirou. I would love to get, honestly, so let me go over Crappy Bird real quick. Crappy Bird up 113% on the day, 369% on the week, 973% over the past 2 weeks, and 1,500% over the last month. So Crappy Bird wins. It wins crypto for the month. It's done a fantastic job. $700,000 in volume, which it just never does. You know, it just there were days a couple of months ago where it had like $200 in volume. There were days a couple months ago when Crappy Bird just didn't show up on, like, if you had like a wallet of tokens, it just didn't even register. It went from like a couple $100,000 market cap to now $3.5 million market cap. It actually reached 4 point something before. But again, you can't just go up that much, like 400% in one day. You got to come down a little bit. There is so Crappy Bird's going to be in the DACAT comic, so I've been keeping tabs on it. And there's this thing called Fusionverse, I'm not 100% sure what it is. It says it's a structured collaboration, empowering blockchain, fostering innovation and growth across all ecosystems. And it even says across all ecosystems, all your base are now belong to us. Like, doesn't even have it plural. So I'm not 100% sure what it does, but they partnered with Crappy Bird, saying a new dawn on base with one of the most amazing projects of the ecosystem. Introducing Crappy Bird Base, it's a meme-driven crypto project that merges humor, gaming, and decentralized finance on the Base blockchain. At its core is the Crappy token and satirical digital asset designed to engage users through playful branding and community-centric initiatives. Let's begin the journey, shall we? And like that's it. So didn't really say what it was. And again, like it looks like it got like 81 views because they have like a thousand followers. So I'm just not 100% sure where this volume's coming from. Like again, you can see it on Uniswap, and it has $200,000 in liquidity, and it's locked. I want to see. I think OMI has more than that. I think OMI has like a 250,000. OMI has just over a 250,000, so 4% on the day, and has $260,000 in liquidity. Crappy Bird has 200. Like they're OMI, a Comey, you got to get more liquidity on there. You gotta. It's one thing when my DeCat token has more liquidity because we're a bunch of beasts here, but Crappy Bird almost has as much, 3.5 million in volume, or I'm sorry, $3.5 million market cap, 700K in volume. You could just tell like this just went bananas today. Where does it go next? I don't know. I mean, looking at all of the, all right, let me refresh this so I can go down. $100, $162, 171, 51, 136, 200, 204, 182. So you have a bunch of these that are like, they're not crazy. Every now and then you have like every now and then you have a good, like 13. I think I saw like a 4K buy before. But a lot of these are fairly small. And if you remember in when was this? 2012, 2016. Jesse Ventura. Yeah, I think it was 2016. Jesse Ventura wanted to run for president. Maybe it was 2012. He was debating about running for president because he was a former governor, former wrestler, former actor, former like everything, and he wanted Howard Stern as his vice president. And I was like, okay, interesting choice. There's a lot of Stern heads out there. It was like the most popular radio DJ of all time, right? And he said, yeah, this is the idea. We don't take any super PAC money. We don't take any money from these corporations. We're for the people. And all we do is we go around and we would take, like $50 to $100 from people. Like, that's it. Go all across America. And I can't do it without Howard. And they go on and they, it seems that that's what Crappy Bird is employing here. It seems that I don't think they pay KOLs. I don't think that, like, again, they're paying me to be in the DeCat story. So I talk about them every day. But I mention them and like, hey, shout out to Crappy Bird for being in here. Shout out to Crappy Bird for this game. And the token, obviously the token, link down below. I don't know if this is when me and Crypto Rain were talking yesterday. We were talking about like the altcoin bull run. When is alt season? Anyone's guess. But I had a bunch of people because they've seen me, like, oh, the Crappy Bird, address is like, link down below. And there's like, hey, I've seen this before. Like, what are your thoughts on it? Like, and of course, like everything's quiet until something starts running. A ton of messages inbound, and I was like, well, here's what I know. Like, they have this cool game. You can gamble with it. They seem to be here for the long run because you are, again, they're in the comic, and he's literally one of the best characters. And I say that little pat on the back here. But Crappy Bird is I think everyone's gonna really like him. Like not he's not gonna be like super cute. He's gonna be like you vibe with him. Like he's gonna be the guy. And I promise there's a bunch of really cool lines. There's cool speeches and stuff. And there's a bunch of cool action sequences in these comics. And when me and Crypto Rain talking about all season, he's like, you have people that say like, hey, this isn't moving, but this is moving. So I'm gonna sell what's not moving, put into what's in moving. And everybody has that instant like, I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna buy it back after I make this, and I'll get more bags. And he says that, and I've seen people do that or attempt to do that. I think a few have been successful, but that's the exception, not the rule. The general rule is that when you do that, you often miss my tablet is charged. I'm charge my telephone here. When you do that, you often miss you actually miss it. Because again, the time I think to buy Crappy Bird when it was like a $200,000 market cap or lower, whatever it was, not after it has done a 1,500% increase in 30 days. Now, again, I don't know who's buying into this. I know that Dev is a cool dude, and he works a lot, and yeah, I have a small bag. Maybe something's going on behind the scenes where some interesting partnerships, and there's a lot of meme coins on base. This just made a big splash though, and who knows where it goes. It could go. I mean, when you have a bunch of whales buy in, you set a new floor. This way, other whales buy in, and I don't know. I feel like anyone that had bought at 200K, 500K, even a million, 1.75, 2 million. If you bought it at $2 million market cap, which was already like 10x of what the price was like a month ago, you're up 75%. So yeah, anyone that wanted to sell, they had every opportunity to, and I'm sure some did. But I can't wait until the day where OMI moves like this, Definity moves like this, because as Crypto Rain said yesterday, like when you're in a lot of these tokens, you're not, or even if you're looking at these tokens, unless you're already in, or unless you have your finger on the pulse and you can say like, hey, it's like a 30% move, what's going on? Deploy now. You're going to miss it. You could have been out touching grass today, the last 24 hours. You could be at Lisbon, having a good time, not really paying attention, and you could miss it. So when it comes really fast. Please don't say dirty. It's too easy. When tokens run, they tend to run really quickly. And this is why my bags are packed. Do I have all of my bags packed? No, I still have a couple things that I want to buy, and I'm kind of waiting. And maybe I shouldn't. Anyway, speaking of packed bags, let's go to OMI, because I had taken a look at that before. So it's up 4% on the day. 00021, $58 million market cap, 1.5 million in volume. So that's actually pretty low. Because Deepcoin, but 1.5 million. A third of that is Deepcoin. Deepcoin's 540 million, so that's really 34, a little over a third, right? The rest, here on Gilligan's Island. 300K from MEXC, 250,000 from Gate, 131 from Bitmart, 142 from Ascendex. So that's where a lot of the rest of it's coming from. And then you have 65K for OKX, 72K for Uniswap on Base, $69 for Uniswap on Ethereum. That seems okay. Why is there 50? Oh, okay, because there's MEXC with USDC and MEXC with USDT. Okay, I see what you got there. Let's go over some VeVe stuff. So Dan had announced today, we have Shopify. And it's not like we're gonna get Shopify NFTs, although maybe we do. I don't think I know anyone who would buy Shopify NFTs. Like, oh, we have a Shopify logo. I mean, I know why people want to buy caves. Well, first off, it's a fig pin. Second off, it's the Colonel. Cool. Got his bucket of chicken. He's got his pimp cane. Like this shit is cool. A Shopify logo, I just I don't see a lot of people buying, but it's not about the logo. It's not like we partner with them to get NFTs. We partner with them because Shopify does like 10% of all e-commerce in the US. I repeat, Shopify does around 10% of all e-commerce in the US. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around that. This is where I think Tokidoki, Blackpink, and other stuff come in for girls. Why? Because in your home, whether it was when you were a kid, whether you have a wife now and you have kids, like who takes care of the shopping? Who? Normally the woman does. And this is why Stanley Cups do so well. Men are not out here buying Stanley Cups. The women that do the shopping, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy. Like that's them with Stanley Cups. And literally every girl I've dated the past few years, Stanley Cup, Stanley Cup, Stanley Cup. So I'll say that they've made a nice chunk of change off women. And when they're on this website, now I don't know if the website does this, probably does. I don't know how many people actually shop at a grocery store anymore. I do. Every now and then, and it pisses me off every time they do it. Every now and then they change the grocery store. The chickens where the toilet paper used to be, and the dog treats are where like the ice cream is now. I was like, what's going on? Why do you guys do this? Because people get too used to where everything is. They have the tunnel vision. They know where everything is. They get what they need and they go out. They bounce. And when you shake everything up, I need tuna, I need cheese, I need whipped cream. But then it's like, oh, a little hungry. Like crackers, 2 for $5, can't go wrong. And you buy things you don't need. So I think what Shopify might do is they'll go in and they'll have a certain type of like tutorial, like when you go on a website and it's like, okay, let me click through this, and it makes you pick 3 things that you like, whatever. They might have a thing on there that says like, hey, check out our new digital collectibles thing. And how many people are going to actually do that? I don't know. But 10% of all e-commerce runs through that shit. So apparently a lot of people are going to get eyes on it at the very least. And this is just one thing. And there's no timeline on this. I'm just going to go out and say end of 2026, fully on Shopify, everything's on there, because and Dan smartly, intelligently gave no timeline, which is great, because if he would have said, yeah, end of Q4 immediately, no, Q2 next year. So now it doesn't matter how long it takes. It's like when the super wealthy buy pieces of art and they hold it in like a hanger at the airport. They hang the fakes, and why do they do that? It's because like, well, if they come into the country, then you get taxed on them. But if they're hanging at the airport, they're continuously in limbo, right? Not in the country yet. So I think what'll happen. I completely forget my thought. Should I have a drink? I have some Baileys here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If any super chats come in, I'll go and take a drink. Anyway, yeah, we don't know the timeline. Oh yeah, so because he didn't give a timeline, it's continuously like in limbo. Oh yeah, we're not late. So I really like that. Then interoperability. Oh lordy, this is something that I never really cared about. This is something that I'm just going to keep my stuff on VeVe anyway, unless if there's a way, and he mentioned like, okay, the reason why we're going to let people take the stuff off app, and the reason why is because I guess they're working with, I guess, OpenSea. Oh, mother flapper. All right. All right. Cheers, mate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, interoperability. I guess it's with OpenSea, but basically Dan had said we're working to try and make sure that the royalties stay intact. I mean, when OpenSea goes from 13.5 billion down to like $1 billion, you know, in net worth. Okay, now they're struggling. Okay, who can we get on? How do we reinforce this so you can get your product on our site? That seems to me that, and again, when Dapper Labs puts NBA Top Shots on OpenSea, available in the Flow token, that tells me that OpenSea is ready to, they're locking in and like, okay, yeah, what do you need? Cool, done, we'll do it. Give us X amount of time. Again, it's very hard when a company, it goes from $13.5 billion like OpenSea was at the height of the NFT bull market to about $1 billion now. So they're definitely going to want to try to play ball, and they're like, yeah, all right, not making the same mistake this time. We're going to get everybody. And again, like OpenSea for a while has been like a lawless wasteland of near extinction, where there's scams, there's phishing attacks, and there's fake like VeVe stuff on there. Like even last time, there was like fake Disney stuff. There was fake, I think Givenchy stuff. There was a bunch of fake stuff, and that's, you know, companies, and again, they weren't enforcing those royalties. And you know, now look at you, you know, down 90 something percent. Like why? Because, you know, you did stuff wrong. But now I think that they're like, okay, yeah, let's go. Let's get this bread. It Them doing this would, I think, legitimize the and again, everyone Web3 is just like, bro, we've been using this like forever. You know, we don't really need VeVe this stuff. Like it's cool to have it, but again, we've been on OpenSea like forever, pure Web3 stuff. But pure Web3 stuff is great, but the growth is it is what it is. Really getting on a bunch of people that are mostly comfortable with Web 2. Now you go on here, and here's why I think this is important. Again, for me, I don't really care, because I never really needed it. I don't need interoperability. I'm happy. I bought a couple things today on VeVe. But why I think this is important is because, remember at the height of the last bull market, I forget his name, but there was this dude. He's like, hey, I heard you guys have first appearance Mickey Mouse. Yeah, you know, there's like, you know, 4,333 of them. They're worth, you know, whatever they were worth at the time. And you had this dude that said, like, I will give you one of my Bored Apes. It was worth like 300,000 at the time. I'll give you one of my Bored Apes for one of those. Okay, cool. Then he found out that he could not take self-custody of it, and he's like, never mind. I was talking on a space, a guy named Nobu. He's a great guy. He yesterday's space. Give me 1 second. Yesterday's space that Nobu held was one of the, it gave me 2021 feels, where you had people coming in from like super big successful businessmen, super big whatever. And again, it wasn't exactly like that, because, you know, their PFPs were all, you can't tell who anyone. I think me and Nobu were like the only people that actually you could tell who we were, right? Because that's it for most of Twitter. You don't have the, you know, you have that anonymity, which is fine. But it was filled with a lot of insight. Things got off the rails very quickly with a couple of people, but for the most part, you had people there that had money, and they were a good representation of what a lot of Web3 purists are. Now there was a couple of people that were like, when I mentioned VeVe, because they were talking about NFTs, and there's somebody that was just like, yeah, I don't think alt season's gonna happen. Like NFTs are like done, bro. Trenches are cooked. And it's like, I did not agree with this guy at all, because again, I talk about Raul Powell all the time. The profile picture, the PFP, yeah, 99% of those are cooked. They're done. But that's not the only type of NFTs that are out there. They've kind of gone through this resurgence. They've kind of had a rebirth in the bear market. They didn't just roll over and die. But yeah, we'll wait till next time. No, like NFTs evolved. Like I feel like Joker talking about me, like you changed things. Like the bear market that crippled a bunch of other companies. That fire that was used to burn down most of Web3 NFTs the last couple of years. You had a couple of companies and a couple of innovative people that used that fire to launch rockets to the moon with the utility, with the amount of business revenues that they've been generating, and just storytelling, community, amazing stuff. So while I agree that most of the NFTs, like I think Chamath Palihapitiya talked about it, I think last year, like, do you think NFTs are coming back? Said no. Now, I half agree with him because most of the NFTs that were there last cycle are they're done. They're gone. A lot of companies that had, and this is one of their arguments. They're like, yeah, like Reebok tried this and Nike tried. Okay, like when you try it on your own, a lot of times you fail because again, it's Web3 is quite small, and that's what a lot of these people that live in these like fish bowls don't understand. They might be super popular in Web3, have 50, 100, 200,000 followers, decent amount of them bots, but they only see in Web3 and they don't see outside. And I remember somebody asking me, it was like 2012. So I was in the veterinary field for the better part of a decade at this point, right? And they're asking me like, all right, put yourself in my position as like a new person that's never been to an animal hospital before. And I was like, I can't do that anymore. Been in this field for almost a decade, and I can't see it from an outside person's point of view. You have a couple people in here that are here from 2017, better part of a decade, and they can't see it in the way that others see it. You have vision in God, was this Infinity War? No, it was Captain America Civil War, where he goes to Wanda and says, I want others to see you the way I do. And a lot of these pure Web3 is like they can't, because again, they live on Twitter, they live on this, and they don't have a lot of conversations outside of that. And like normies, like forget about it. So when they talk about what they want and the talking about these major companies that have failed, yeah, it's because a lot of them don't know how to succeed in this biz. They're doing the same thing that analysts did to Tesla in 2019. They were looking at it at a certain way, and yeah, Web3 is different. You still need a business sense to know how it goes, but it is different. The cycles are in the hyperbolic time chamber in Dragon Ball Z. You didn't just have days that were warm and days that were cold. You had days that were blazing hot and other days that were freezing cold. It wasn't just like a normal, like, oh, it's spring, it's fall. No, it was you were cooking hotter than the sun in the middle of July, or it was like Hoth up in there. And every now and then you had an okay day. And that's kind of what the Web3 market cycle is like for like when it's hot, it's hot. And you could literally roll out poop on a stick as an NFT and everyone would buy it. But in the bear cycle, you could do, Cryptoys did this, 6 figures in marketing, and it does nothing, absolutely nothing. So yeah, a lot of people failed because they wanted to run it like a Web2 business, and it's clearly not that. And yeah, a lot of people failed. VeVe has not though, and again, a lot of the NFTs that they were talking about, I had zero idea what they were. I feel like I know a fairly decent amount about of them, and I think the mistake that they were making is fading these like 50, 80, 100-year-old companies because they don't feel that nostalgia is like powerful. Like, this is a new world out here. It sure is. But I just spoke to Gary Vee a couple weeks ago, and he's just like, yeah, we're new world. We have a new, fandom of kids out there, and but they worked for it. And Gary Vee's very humble, of the mind that we have to work our asses off 8 times as hard because we're new. And if you know about us, that's great. But most people don't. Most people do not know about whatever NFTs they were talking about yesterday that I had no idea what they were. But most people know Star Wars. Most people know Spider-Man. Anyway, I've been talking interoperability. I think can make it so that I saw Miles Morales ultra rare for like $450 before. I didn't get it because I was like, I'll buy some more crypto. You have I think, partner statue. I think the gold and silver VeVe, although gold and silver VeVe logo might have to wait a couple months for that, because there's like 5 of them right now that are listed at like 3K, and my pretty solid chunk there. But I think that, yeah, when you take partner statue, Spider-Man, Todd, Riso, you could very well have some of these first appearance blue chips that Miles Morales, if I didn't say him, that could rival like a mutant ape, a Bored Ape, a CryptoPunk. I mean, maybe you wait for next cycle, but if they're interoperable now and you can self-custody them, the pure Web3ists are like, I don't think they're going to have anything to say where like, oh, well, if I can self-custody, like I don't know any other argument that a pure Web3 person would say, yeah, no, still not going to buy it because of X, Y, and Z. Like, I don't know what they could. I can't think of a good reason for them not to come in now. And now again, we are likely going to have to wait possibly until next year before that comes in. So yeah, it's possible we missed the cycle. But either way, I think they're going to see the writing on the wall. And do you want a Riso now at 500, or do you want to wait until they're interoperable and then you buy it for $5,000? On them. Anyway, there's a bunch of news to go. I haven't gotten over, but I'm not gonna. I went over OMI. Crappy went over Shirou. Let's do DeCat here real quick. I'm not gonna have time for a lot of these. All right, DeCat, $1.65 million market cap, 1.25 thousand in volume, $365,000 in locked liquidity. We got a couple people that have sold here. How much more DeCat do you have? Oh, this dude's got, I think I know this dude. 500 Devi, $400 in DeCat, 400 in Shiro Nico, 350 in OMI. My man, definitely one of my followers. Interesting. Okay, so that's DeCat. Again, pretty small volume on the day. I am going to set a meeting with David next week, and hang on one sec. Not bad, kid. What the shit? Bro, Definity is on fire. Oh my God. My God, man. Give me one sec. I'm sorry, guys. What is, okay, hang on. I got a bunch of text messages. I'm not gonna, these meow, 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 meow. Your meow, meow, meow had a meow, 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 meow with meow, 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 meow. Am I Creed in 1999? Because Can you take me higher to a place? Oh my God, dude, Definity is crushing it. They're crushing it. I want to get more, but I just okay. Anyway, let's go over Definity now here. Um, Also, yeah, we'll go over Definity, then I'll go back to the cat. So they're actually down 3.5% on the day. That is wild. A little over 5,000 in volume, under a $6 million market cap now, 6.6 million fully diluted. Lordy, lordy. This is yeah. I want more, but I want more DEVVE, but I want more other stuff too. I want more to cat. Oh, will something say it? Will something run? Yeah, this I I am not expecting meow 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 meow. This is meow, a meow meow meow. Okay. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah. So this is like the struggle with don't know what to invest in. Because you don't know what's going to run first. Is DEVVE, is Definity, is it OMI? I would think Definity, then OMI, then DEVVE. Now watch it be like the complete opposite, and like DEVVE runs first, like the cat runs first. And again, when you have Crappy Bird, where like nobody knows the name, like they might know it because I mentioned them that they're in the comic, and it does 1,500% in 30 days, and like 300% today. Like is Definity makes hundreds of thousands, per month. So the $6 million market cap, I think very undervalued. Crappy Bird at like $3.5 million market cap. I don't know how much they make off the tiny game that they have. I don't think it's any. I don't even think it's 5 figures. Probably a couple thousand. Like the revenue. Crypto is strange. Crypto is strange. Crypto is wild. But again, like rhetorical question here. Do y'all remember your first time? Like your first time? And then, let's say, you were what flavor was it? Did you ever try other flavors outside of that? Everyone's got their flavor they like. Some like vanilla, some like chocolate, did you ever try another flavor and be like, oh, this is my first time with this type of person? And people tend to fall in love with their first crypto. They tend to fall in love with their first DeFi, meme coin. If Crappy is their first meme coin, they're gonna have a hard time letting that go, especially if that's the one thing that like gave them some gains. That's what some people do. Be like, hey, I took my initial position out, I took some profit, letting the rest ride, and whatever the rest rides, they lock it up. And bro, Definity, like again, wild. Crappy Bird has $700,000 in volume, $3.5 million market cap now. With I assume revenues maybe like maybe. I don't even think Definity has revenues in the six figures, under $6 million. It's not even double the market cap of Crappy Bird. What, like, Jesus, man. Bro, I Definity is such an undervalued company. They're such an undervalued token, in my opinion. And maybe I should get more. Again, who knows what runs? And again, it's really hard for me to buy some. Like again, they're down like. I think they're down like if you go like the past month, they're down 12% over the last 7 days. But I think if you go down like the month, they were up. No, it's 7 days. They were up at 4.8 cents. Now they're down at 3.8. They're down like 20%, 20-ish percent. And they could go down more. It's just hard to me to it's hard for me to buy at 3.8 cents when they were at 2.4 cents a month ago, and they were at 1.2 cents like just under 3 months ago. So it's like a 3x of what, but go up 4x, come back, cut back 25%, sure. And maybe go to next leg up, who knows. Anyway, I want to go back to DeCat real quick. Again, it's my baby. I want to stress exactly how important that this is to me. At some point, I'll walk away from other companies that I either have no stake in, or like I've extracted as much value out of like I'll always have my DEVVE link down below, because people are still making money. Link down below for DEVVE, and we'll go over that next. I'll, as long as people keep sponsoring the channel, I'll still be here. But the cat is, and it doesn't necessarily really matter what I do in the long run when the NFT bull market comes for VeVe. But obviously I'm working here now to bring a bunch of these communities on via the comic book curator program, via my comic and all that. But at some point, there, and what I do probably does matter a little bit, but it's not going to matter when that blow off top happens. And at some point they'll be like, okay, no matter what I do, it's not really, it'll have a negligible effect on the company. But I will never stop working on the cat, because again, that's my baby. So I just want to throw that out there. All right, DEVVE. And then I promise I'll get the comments, and then I have a bunch of news to go over, and then Tammy's going to come on, and I'll go over some of it with Tammy. DEVVE's up 1.6% on that. They're at 50 cents, close to 51 cents. 500,000 in volume, not bad, not bad. $44 million market cap. Yeah, DEVVE's gonna do such numbers when the exchange partner is announced, when the exchange is actually launched. You'll have that nice double dip there. The plan is to say who the partner is and launch the exchange this year. I'm going to say December. They have left it open in the Telegram. Like, well, the plan, they said like, yeah, plan for late this year. Or they said plan for second half of 2022. That hasn't changed. Or second half of 2025. That hasn't changed. But when they said plan, that leaves it open to where maybe it won't happen, and maybe they get in 2026. We'll see. Give me 1 second here. Meow, meow, meow. I'm gonna call. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Straight fire. Margin. Okay, so I just had to send a text. Oh, hey, Wen Lopez. How's it going, girl? Okay, so that's DEVVE. Yeah, I want more. I think I did everything else. OMI, DEVVE, DACAT, Shiro. Yeah. OMI, Definity, DEVVE, DACAT. Okay, yeah. All right, let's get to some of the news here. Hey, look at that. Tengoku Senso. The games I love: Maple Story, Devil May Cry, Final Fantasy VIII. The game I'm making, Tengoku Senso, looks pretty cool. I like it. I like it. When that game, they've legit advertised that to us for like 4 years now. It's like GTA 6 up in here. President Trump says, because tariffs, our economy is booming. It's true. It's true. I love reading. Oh, I got an important call on Saturday. BlackRock and Fidelity bought $78 million worth of Ethereum. Ash Crypto Reels says ETH pumped to 3,200 incoming. All right, Tammy's first. JJ says, hey, there's nothing else I can say. Does anyone else have like this nightmare fuel of this commercial when you're like 4 called JJ the Jet Plane? JJ, and it's just like a fate that's like a plane with a face, but it gives you like Uncanny Valley. Like, it doesn't, like, I don't like it. But under the sun says third. Now, great news from Liz. Oh, fantastic news. Love it. Apparently, David was working the room, shaking his tail feather, and he was just talking it up with other companies. Hi, we're from VeVe. We and OMI being mentioned, multiple times. My God. Pretty sure the haters and futters are going to be a little too embarrassed to kind of show their faces, because, like, they're my Richard Simmons in the Space Jam movie, because you're doing it. You're becoming mighty. I don't think there's anything really left for them to say, but Cool Mo saying, let's freaking go. Get it, Cool Mo. Thank you for being a member. Lil Renz, I'm feeling bullish today. A lot of people are, and they're partying up over there. Shout out to VeVe Magic for the camera work this morning. And all right, VeVe Magic. VeVe. All right, let's play y'all something here. Let me go to the VeVe videos. Put it on full black, not full. One thing came on. Hey everyone, as we're winding down. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? Okay, hang on. All right, it's gonna be short. Guys, I'm here with what in the millennial pause is that? Like, I understand half a second. What in the millennial pause was that? All right, you guys, like, okay. Anyway, have a lot of amazing stuff that's happened from there. Again, David going around saying we're from VeVe. They're talking about OMI, all of this great stuff. And yeah, super exciting things that they're doing. They have a bunch of recaps. They have a bunch of hello everybody. Who this? Oh, what up, fam? Oh, you're on a space, are you? The next, I really wanna I'm live now. Oh God. I'm live now, or else. Oh my God, I can't spell. Or else I'd come on. Looks like a fun space. Yeah. Smiley face. Let me screenshot that, and I will follow this man, and I will get back to him. Okay. Sambucao says, Chihaw. Chihaw. Meow, meow, meow. Baby Zombie says, yo. Omar says, good evening. Echo says, cavernous. Epic. You want to play 4 Degrees from Kevin Bacon? Yeah. VeVe has a partnership with Cavernous. Cavernous partnership with Epic Games. Kind of see where a foot in the door gets in there. What's up, fam? Great news from Dan today. Super pumped, VeVe and OMI. Heck yeah. Hope everyone's picking up those FAs. I really wanted to. You can see partner statue go back to 50K. You could see it go up to 100K. Interoperability. Budge. You could see partner statue go up to 100K. Spider-Man, partner statue, Miles Morales. You could like that trinity. You could see all 3 of those go to 100K. Partner statue, Miles, Secret Rare Spider-Man. All 3 can go to 100K. Like, legitimately. I mean, if ETH is 10K, I feel like a first appearance Spider-Man, Peter Parker, like most popular superhero in the world. I feel like he would be worth 10 ETH. Minimum. Y'all got to pick up some dog. I don't know what that is. But I do see a couple of Definity buys over here. One for $190 hairs, one for $722 hairs. Okay. Blockchain Group buys nearly $70 million worth of Bitcoin, boosting total holdings to 1471. Shout out to Sean Berg saying, bought my first collectible on Stacker yesterday. Great deals to be had. This is my first golden moments purchase ever on either platform since they first came out. Haven't owned one in a long time. Very good. Very nice. Mr. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, double first appearance. Akomi, again, really liked it. They're tweeting out a lot, talking about OMI, onboarding new OMI holders into the ecosystem. U.S. JOLTS job openings, expected 7.11 million, actual 7.39 million, previous 7.2. Thought that was very bullish. Tinder Platinum has a height thing now. Like you can, short guys are cooked. Donald Trump Jr. says his family is all in on Bitcoin and crypto because they were debanked. Raul Paul says, I'm absolutely delighted to have 3 fully fuckable pieces of art from the grotesquely talented Toad Sweeback. His art and books deeply resonate with me as grim yet hilarious and fond catalog of his dystopian warping of the reality of the American dream. I swear, that's actually him. I think he would like Gary Basement on VeVe. Really think he would like Gary Basement on VeVe. Yeah. Josh Mandel, I don't believe will come on the podcast, but I believe we're friends now. Shout out to him for reposting my video that now has like 60,000 impressions. So Watcher Guru says, just in, Treasury Secretary Bissent says the Biden administration put crypto on a path to extinction. Okay. Brazil's President Lula says he's ready to negotiate. Oh God, 1 second. Ready to negotiate a new trade deal with the U.S. Let's go. Bottom beaters. Yep. President Trump to hold trade talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Friday. That's an amazing meme. Bitcoin hash rate continues to rise. It's an all-time high. Kraken launches full-service prime brokerage tailored for institutional crypto clients. Trump to launch branded crypto wallet and trading app. Big news. Oh, there's Gary Basement and John Travolta. Love those two. I actually don't know John Travolta, but Gary's a friend. He's cool. In the middle of the north. Oh, for the next 7 days, every new buyer / wallet of $20 in Shirou will earn for the community a 10 billion Shirou burn. Burns will occur daily. Let's welcome our new community as they support our burns, but that's not all. Shirou will also perform a large burn at set market caps as the chart continues to recover. They'll burn 1.5 trillion at an $8 million valuation. They'll burn $1 trillion at an $8.5 million market cap. They'll burn 1.5 trillion at 9 million, 1 trillion at 9.5 million, and 5 trillion at a $10 million market cap. I think they get there pretty easy. First look, get ready, get set. It's all that. M'Baku forever. What is that little M'Baku guy doing? I haven't seen him in a little while. Let's take a look. See. Oh my gosh, very cool, very awesome. Let's take a look. Let's search. 29 of them in the market. Okay. Is that $3.15? I have 23 of them. I know not as much as you guys, but I like what I have so far. All right, where was I? I just farted. I'm so sorry. Oh, what's up, Bill Garner? Thank you for giving me those dabs. And VeVe Zombie, thank you for the super chat. All right, let's continue on here before my guest comes on any minute. Yeah. Elon Musk says, I'm sorry, but I can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. It did do wrong. Bill is horrible. BlackRock moved 4,113 Bitcoin, worth $429 million to Coinbase Prime yesterday. Epic attendees, Cali. Okay, very good. 15 years. I sent this to VeVe Magic because She's scared of Chucky. Donald Trump has no association with the wallet product. That there was a weird thing the other day where like, yeah, Donald Trump's going to have this new wallet. Donald Trump has zero association with that. Eric Trump says, I run Trump and I know nothing about this project, which was called Join the Wait List for Trump Wallet. Obviously not him. House Speaker Mike Johnson says Elon Musk is terribly wrong about the congressional spending bill. I don't think he is. BlackRock has just bought 10,000 ETH worth $26.2 million on Coinbase. God damn. Another 200 million USDC was minted at the USDC Treasury. 550 million was minted yesterday. Pump it up. Senator Cynthia Lummis says the U.S. military supports stockpiling Bitcoin for a strategic reserve. I agree. Oh, it was hysterical. Oh.
Hey, what's up? I'm here with David Yu, CEO and co-founder of VeVe Digital Collectibles, and we are at the rooftop party in Lisbon tonight. And I wanted to ask you, how does it feel to be here celebrating with a slew of level 100s tonight?
I'm speechless. Tonight we're going to have 5 new awards presenting out to 5 new level 100. You know,
he's tired.
Nearly out of my voice, been talking to, if not hundreds of fans here in Lisbon celebrating with us. You know, this is just amazing event. Partnership with our economy, obviously, VeVe, Stacker, and, you know, just great vibes on the rooftop here.
Super immaculate vibes. And what do you think of these parties mean to the company and the community at large?
Well, it's always in our vision that we wanted to build a community-based project. And as much as it's our project, it's, you know, it's the fans, it's the community that brought us here together. And I think a lot of us have met people in this journey.
How long is this?
Day one to now.
Okay.
That they would never thought they will be best friends or, you know, people who share the same interests. So it's really amazing to see everyone come together, flying all around the world. I mean, I saw 5 men, and Matthew, flew in from London. I got a text from him because I've decided to come in. I couldn't miss out. So just that, you know, extra things.
Anyway, that is David Yu telling us about everything. So I'm going to go in and give them a couple of hearts. And they did not do the millennial pause on that one. Very good, very good. I'm also, while I'm on the YouTube, I'm going to ask you guys something as well. I will ask if y'all can smash that like button. It's a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon. Smash the super thanks button. No, you get the idea. You get that bread. Okay, let's continue on here. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Oh, shoot, I do need to do that. Okay, let's move on here. Official. Truth Social files for Bitcoin ETF, proposal to list and trade shares of the following under New York Stock Exchange, ARCA Rule 8.201-E. Still on yesterday's Crappy Bird posting yesterday. Again, probably nothing. Crappy salutes to all the smart birds that are loading for the crap machine. That's one of the games they have. Right, enemy. Shout out to DeCat for being #1 on Memezilla coin every day for the past forever. 6.2. 2 returning, can't talk about that. Buying order. The prices crazy, selling go away. It's hysterical. Shout out to Sean Berg that spent $1,000 on Stacker in the last 48 hours. Good for him. Good for him. There's Crappy Bird stuff, Definity stuff. Oh, good times. David, I think, will come on the channel on Tuesday for the OMI His My Homie show. I'll keep y'all posted. Unit. VeVe promotes OMI prominently. NFC Lisbon, the 4th through the 6th. Obviously, the 4th is over. The 5th and the 6th. How much will people be there? Now that Dan's not speaking anymore, we'll see. Oh, shout out to Mr. Rolex. I was airdropped a couple of things for being #1 on the VeVe challenge thing that they had last month. Thought that was cool. Thompson Crypto says bullish signal for collectibles. New research shows that Pokemon cards could soon be grouped alongside stocks and crypto as legit investment assets. Bullish sentiment surrounding Pokemon cards as investment assets is supported by recent research and market trends. Notable study by Block Apps highlight that certain segments of Pokemon trading card game market have exhibited compound annual growth rates of around 30 to 40%, outperforming many traditional stock market investments. This is huge. It validates what collectors have known for years. We're not just hobbyists, we are building. We're building portfolios. Hunt just went institutional. The best time was when I was in, but I'll obviously get back into the future. I am, the rooftop party. Very nice. Woo! They're having a party. My life is a party. My home is the club. What's up, Planet Vampire? How's it going? Raven says, remember, VeVe is a store. I think what Dan is meaning is that you buy from VeVe and you can move it to where you want for specific experiences, like say in Disneyverse, etc. Oh, maybe, yeah, very possible, very possible. Could be right. Alpha Midget, what's going on? Saying, what's up, Randy? What can you tell us about Crappy? Been pumping like crazy. I went over this a bit before. I'll go over it again, so it's not a problem. For the most part, started off as a meme coin, community takeover, but the dev is really cool. They're in the comics, so they are long-term enough thinking where they want to be in it for X amount of time. And again, they're main characters. They're not just like in a one-off. Crappy Bird is a main character. Now, I did make up other characters that Crappy Bird associates with, and those are mine. But Crappy Bird they just paid to be in. And yeah, I think a lot of fun stuff is going to happen because that they're in there. They have a game. You can bid a certain amount of crappy tokens on, and you can't. There's no like skill in the game. You just maybe he goes and you can get a multiple of the crappy that you put in. Now you could lose all your crappy if the bird doesn't fly anywhere, but you connect your wallet, and if the bird flies, a multiple of like 1.4x, you don't, you win 1.4x. It could. I've seen it where it flew like 40x one time, which is nuts. But a lot of times if you win like 1.4x, 1.25x. You don't win like a crazy amount. But more often than not, I feel like you do like get most, if not most, of your money back, and then win a little. I think it's pretty rare where the bird just does nothing. It's like poop. But I mean, obviously, it's also rarer to see it do like a crazy high multiple, like a 12x or whatever. But I see 3x's a lot on the game. It's pretty cool. What up, late here? Roadmap for DeCat. Looking forward to the comics. Yeah. So because DeCat is so intrinsically tied with me, I do have something coming out. I think on Friday. If everything gets signed off, it'll be Friday. If not, it'll be next week. But my goal is to, I'm pat myself on the back here. I'll be interviewed a lot this next year, and I will bring up DeCat in every interview, and maybe maybe a couple of other things as well, because that's my thing. I'll continue to tell the story of how pre-revenue, people offered 100K for it. DeCat right now, the roadmap would be get on VeVe via the comic, onboard new users to the VeVe platform via the comic curator program, and give credit to DeCat for it. If they have like a VeVe awards, and David says, "Hey, Randy, I want to thank you on my speech." No, don't thank me. Thank DeCat. Or I'll just have him say, like, yeah, thank you to Randy and his DeCat people. So get on VeVe, get some revenues, be able to do a lot of airdrops, be able to do a lot of token buybacks. I don't know if we do burns, it's going to be such a small amount, but buybacks I think are important. I think that's pretty key, because you want constant buy pressure on the token. And sure, you could buy and burn, but I think that in the future, if we want to get on, we want to get on a couple of sexes. We're going to need, you know, some tokens to be able to give them. So I think buybacks are important for the fact that, you know, it creates buy pressure on the token. And then again, being able to have that four sexes to get on there. At some point after that, when it's successful on VeVe, go and really start working towards an anime. And the anime is like, it's easy to watch something, but to read, you have to comprehend, you have to go on, and it just takes more effort, and it's a lot easier to just watch something. I feel like you need to, like, you know, like set out a time, but for watching something, like, I'm bored, you know, watch something for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Anyway, we have none other than the Tam Tam. What up, Tam Tam?
Hey, hon.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I am doing all right. I'm good. I'm feeling all right.
I didn't realize it was going to take so long to update a laptop.
Oh, no, that's fine. I was BSing with the fam.
Yeah, no, I heard.
Says bullish AF. And
Yes.
advances forward. Sealed Pokemon booster boxes up and to the right. Evolving Skies up 180% year to date. Now 1,800 released 2021. Sealed product is great. First, and again, newer stuff is great. And shout out to you for being a member. The reason why sealed product a lot of times is fantastic is because there's always going to be less of it if you go far enough back. Generally with Pokemon, it's the older, the rarer, the minter, the better. But for the newer stuff, like, and whatever the current sets are, like if you have a set that's really popular and you buy 10 boxes, throw them in the back of your closet because it's so popular, Pokemon bought their own printers for a reason. Those printers are going to go burr, and if it's a really popular set, they're going to dilute the crap out of your stuff. So newer stuff, I really tend to kind of stay away from. I mean, they're still fun to collect because it's Pokemon, got to catch them all. But the older stuff, like, unless somebody finds, like, you know, that golden goose scenario, they buy a house, they take out a wall, and they find like 10 boxes. Like no new ones are going to enter the supply. They're not making any more of those. Like WotC is not doing that. And again, the older ones, like, if you have something newer, like a card from like 2021, and it has like 8,000, you know, PSA 10s, there's likely going to be more submitted to that because it's still so new. But the amount of PSA 10s of first editions from 1999 to 2003 are likely going to be a very small amount because there's so few sealed product. There's so few people that are ripping up those boxes, and there's no chance of reprint. Anyway, Tammy, my man, how are you?
Yes. Good. I'm waving a zombie.
You are in the Vegas. What is life like in Vegas?
It's Vegas. I'm way over it. Way over it. Still have 3.5 weeks.
I tried to show you BoJack Horseman once, and you, I feel like you were not into it. There's
probably not.
There's a character named Todd in there where he winds up going to New York, and he like gets lost in the hotel. He's like, "This city will eat you alive, BoJack." Is that kind of what Vegas is if you're not careful?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I'm here for 5 weeks, and it's gonna feel like 5 months. It's just a lot, especially when you're staying on the strip. I was actually just VeVe Vibes is live streaming also, so I was messaging him a little bit on his stream, and he was like, 5 weeks in a hotel. It's not ideal, but it's just the way that it is.
I like hotels. They're chill.
Yeah. But I stay in a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have the only time I think I've had like a bad experience in a hotel was, I think, election day, where, I mean, it was still a good time, but I was
this election year.
Yeah,
this year?
I was on the toilet. I was having a good time, but it was rough. And then, of course, like, you know, on the, I'm like, the person I was with is just like, you're, hey, babe, I can't talk to this guy on the phone. And it's like, can you talk to this delivery driver? I was like, can't, like, no, I'm legit on the toilet. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I'll do this too. Yeah, so what? Yeah, and it was,
Wow.
it was a rough time. Rough.
If I'm still trying to set up this laptop, so if I disappear for a minute, it's because I'm going to try to see if I can log on.
I have news
no,
to
not
go
yet.
over.
Well, go. I'll listen. Just go.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Trump-backed World Liberty Financial has airdropped $47 tokens to every wallet that potentially participated in the WLFI token sale, according to on-chain data. BlackRock Spot ETF bought 29,580 ETH, worth about $77 million on June 3rd. That was the first date set that Lorelai and Luke were supposed to get married. Spoilers if you haven't watched Gilmore Girls yet. Bill Gardner says Tammy is officially in Earth 2 OMI Island. Let's go. Love Earth 2. Love that Essence token. Great time.
I am. Sorry. I was disappeared for a second. I am. Bill, help me. Still have no idea how to do it because he's going to help me. But, yeah, sure. Set. Yeah.
BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale have bought $106 million worth of Ethereum. Whales do be loading, though. Aw, friendos. It has been 3 years to the date that we have the Trinity.
Was that a decon? Is that a decon?
Decon kickoff party, yeah.
Yeah, the very first one, 2021 or 2022?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2022.
So 2022?
Yeah.
Oh, I was there.
There was 2021 was the first year but that was in November. But the kickoff party to kick off the con season was May, or I guess June of 2022.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember because it was a few weeks after the Darth Vader drop where I had broken up with my then girlfriend because we were having a fight on how I spend too much time on VeVe, and I'm on my phone. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, there's a Darth Vader drop," and she's like, "This is what they're talking about." And she's like crying, and I was like, "I got to go for Darth Vader. I don't know what you want from me." So needless to say, we broke up like that day. But I got the ultra rare Vader, so worth it.
It is very hard for people to understand.
President Trump says, I like President Xi of China, but he's very tough and extremely hard to make a deal with. BlackRock, Fidelity, and ARK Invest bought $334.7 million worth of Bitcoin. Institutions be loading. They be loading. And you got a friend that's got a bunch of Bitcoin. How's she feeling about it?
I don't know. We haven't talked in a few days, so. Oh, look at that! I'm getting closer. Save. Sorry, little things that make you a little excited. Yeah, no, it's been hard because when I'm off for work, I don't talk as much. I don't get to, it's just it's harder for me to keep in contact with people.
I understand. Yesterday,
stablecoins
are the dominant quote assets in crypto spot markets, accounting for over 80% of total spot trading volume in 2025. And South Korea elects pro-crypto Lee as new president. Crypto ETFs and KRW stablecoins on the horizon.
All right, I'll be back.
Oakley. What up? Tammy looking very busy. What she do? I guess she's buying some Earth 2 tiles, I guess. So let's take a look at the essence here. Yeah, we haven't taken a look at Essence in a while. It's down today. It's down 4.5% to about 3 cents. It had reached about 2.9. Yeah, it's down. It do be down though. We got how much in volume here? 13,000 in volume. Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh yeah. See, it took me over an hour to get my computer up.
But it's good now.
Zombie asked me, looking very busy, what am I doing? Well, I should be working. But I've been.
Don't you work tomorrow?
Working. What?
Don't you work tomorrow? Also, your voice is coming in a little light, like not loud. I just farted. I'm so sorry. Also, I think you're frozen.
Okay, well, am I there now?
Well, I hear you. Oh, yeah. There you go. You're good. You're good.
Well, because I literally bought a new computer so I could be able to do this better.
Nice. Oh, you didn't have to do that for little old me.
Shit. Okay, love. That's funny. But yeah, no, been playing a lot. Need to work more.
I understand.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Essence token is at a $10.9 million fully diluted market cap. I'm going to say the market cap is actually much, much lower than that. And I'm going to need to buy some. Trading volume 13.2. So again, the max supply is a billion tokens, but the total supply is 363 million because so many people were using their tokens to just burn stuff, and they were just to build stuff. And we don't know what's in the circulating supply because of the fact that we just don't know. We know the total supply is 363 million, but you know, the total the circulating supply, there could be much less than that. There could be a tenth of that. You know, who knows? M2 money supply has hit a record high of 21.86 trillion. A lot of that's going to rip into the markets. Shout out to D Tribes that has reached level 100. Shout out to D Tribes. I don't know who they are, but they are whales.
Good.
They be a whale.
It's gonna take me a few years to get there, I think.
Maybe. Oh my God, space penguins. Okay, so I had to message the space penguins the other day saying that two of the penguins were having a lot of sexual tension and that we needed to like address it in the story. And it's a sentence I never thought I would type out ever. And but you know, here we are. And anyway, shout out to the space.
Am I freezing up?
No, you're good.
No. Okay.
There's Pump Fun. So Pump Fun, you know what that is?
No.
It is it sounds dirty, but it's not. There's a place where everyone goes on Solana to make their meme coins, just called Pump Fun, and most people lose their shirt. But they're raising $1 billion at a $4 billion fully diluted valuation, and a token is coming soon. And people were in a space yesterday and like, yeah, I'm going to throw, and people are saying they're going to throw like hundreds of thousands at it. It's like, you know, because it could be like a Trump, it could go to like, you know, 15 billion, you know, it could go to 50 billion, and you know, maybe, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't really understand the appeal of getting something at that high market cap. Can't wait for the big announcement. Ooh, yeah. So they haven't mentioned the big announcement yet. You know what it's going to be.
Who hasn't announced it?
VeVe, like the.
Okay, yeah. You keep freezing, so I can't see. Yeah.
Oh, I keep freezing?
Yeah, on my end. I don't know if it's my laptop, my internet service. I don't know. Because I'm using their Wi-Fi.
Ah, gotcha. It might. Who knows? Let me know next time it happens, though.
Well, it's happening like right now. It just happened.
Oh,
There's
no.
tongue sticking out. I should have taken a picture. That would have been funny.
You should have. So I'm trying to plug the charger. Huh?
Is it Wednesday, Thursday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. How long are they there until Sunday?
No. I think Friday is the last day. But
Friday?
Friday's the last day of the convention, but I think people are going to be there Saturday as well.
That would make sense. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I know I'm jelly. Thanks
for the Space Penguin shout outs. Oh my God. Yeah, I love them so much. They're so cool. The head guy says, yeah, chilling like an igloo. I was like, oh, I love that. Should probably put that in the comic as a little Easter egg. I don't know if any of the characters would say that though. Yeah, I got a couple of military penguins in there, so some crazy shenanigans are gonna happen. I got a penguin princess she's got a mouth on her, and then I have the king penguin, which it's got a couple of cool powers, and then you know, a general penguin. I have some seals in there. I have some orcas, and there's Neil the seal. Neil the seal is he's kind of a one-off character, but maybe he'll come back. I don't know. And then there's something that and that there's someone else is going to be in there, and they're going to make the call to something, and yeah. Anyway, they're burning around 10% of the create. That is nuts. Why are they doing that? Are they just burning it on the? Should I get a little more? Should I get a little more, Tammy?
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I just it's like once you spend the money, it's like gone. You know, it's like then you have
I know. Then you got to go to work and get more.
I know. What do you think I'm doing? Trying to write these freaking comics, trying to get this bread. try to, but Turtle, that doesn't seem like that is how the Shopify partnership will work. Shopify is a platform for e-com. Yeah. So, like, they're going to be on the, like, VeVe should be on it. That would make sense. How else would they make money if it wasn't? Tammy, do you use Shopify?
I do not. I hate shopping, so no.
Amazon.
That's about it.
Yeah, same. I was on the phone with Bam Bam the other day because I think we're on the phone for another reason, but I had you use DoorDash?
No.
Really?
It's too expensive. No. I'll get up my ass up and go get it.
Oh, but
I used DoorDash one time.
What if you're drinking and you can't go get it?
Then I don't need it that bad.
Okay, Tammy, I don't know about you, but I never want Taco Bell more than after I've had a few drinks and like.
And I don't drink. I mean, I drink when I'm in Vegas because it's free. But
so for 5 weeks straight.
No, I haven't drank for a few. Wait, I didn't drink yesterday. The day before, no, it's been a few days.
Okay.
Remember, you and I were on the phone one time.
Yeah.
That was like a week and a half ago.
Anyway, we were on the phone talking about there's this thing called Dash Mart, and I thought it was just like a grocery store in Ohio. I'm like, oh, we just don't have them in Long Island, so Dash Mart is Dash Mart is a grocery store here because you go in, you get your stuff, and you dash out. Like that's what I figured the name was. I didn't put together DoorDash, Dash Mart, but it's an online store. And I'm like, okay, if it's an online store, like where do the people go to like get it? So I was like, where do they get their stuff from? And I Google it and like, well, they get it locally sourced. But like from where? Like it didn't say like where they get it from and where people go to pick it up. So I call my ex, who's a Uber driver and DoorDasher, and I was like, what is this DoorDash thing? Or like, what is this Dash Mart? And she's like, I don't know. Like, you drive for them all the time. Like, you've never got like a call for them? It's like, no. And I was like, well, if the DoorDashers don't get these things, like who takes them? Who takes it? Like somebody, like, do the groceries magically appear at my house? Because I don't like, I don't know. Apparently, what they do is they get I feel like I was breaking the simulation, and it didn't have an answer until I like looked into it, and then apparently it just they like sublet, or they're in like people's houses, like they go into, they rent out space in another building or in apartments, and that's where they store all the food, and people just yeah, it sounds insane. It
sounds too much for me.
Yeah. It's the community that controls the burn. Wait, how does the community control the burn, Bill? Tell me. I think you're missing the Shopify connection a little bit. People are going to be able to sell their collectibles via Shopify like a digital download, and licensors will get their cut. That's what I figured it would be. Like you put your stuff on there. Like Shopify comes in and they have a website, and then they're just going to have a section for NFTs, and the VeVe NFTs will be on there. But I feel like that's what it would be, but let me know if it's not what it would be. Anyway. Other news here that I forgot before. No, I X'd out of my photos and I have to go back in. Oh lordy, it's a lot. Crappy Bird. Whale or an institution has bought 108,278 ETH worth 284 million via OTC. That is nuts. What is the last crypto you bought, Tammy?
DeCat.
Ah, nice. Cat's having a good time, and I want to get a little more.
I have way more than I ever thought I was going to own.
Yeah, because you got a lot now. Oh yeah, we have to figure out how to. Maybe we could do that. Could we do that now?
All right.
Okay. Go to Telegram. We'll see if we can add. All right, hold on. Let me text my whales here.
Okay, Telegram. Hold on. So, where are you at? There we go. Okay. So, see, Telegram. Which way? This way?
Okay, and then go to the thing that I invited to. Okay.
This thing up here. Okay.
Okay.
Click.
Yep. Click. Do it.
I'm doing it. There we go. Okay, so now I'm on this page.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go to Connect Wallet.
Uh-huh.
And then I go to this page, and I click Open.
Okay.
Look, I bet you 100% it's going to work now because you're here. Okay, hold on. And then Coinbase.
Coinbase Wallet.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
Coinbase. Oh, look there's my stuff. Now it's gone. Don't look.
Well, okay, wait. Don't click out.
It's thinking. I didn't do nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so now I went back to the thingy. I click on Coinbase again.
I don't. Okay.
Coinbase. Look, this.
Okay.
Can you see it?
It's just white light.
Okay, I can't.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I can understand what you're doing. The Coinbase.
Okay, it says sign in. So now I'm signing in.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's got the little guy and it says request failed. It's giving me that same error message that I sent you the picture of.
Okay.
It's error 400, I think.
Yeah. That is strange because you're in.
Yeah, it says request failed with status code 400. That's why.
Okay, I have an idea. The Telegram bot thing that I sent to you, if you hold down on that and you copy it, can you do that?
Hold on. You know I'm not good at this stuff. Okay, so now the link, you want me to copy it?
Yeah.
Hold down and copy. Okay.
Okay. Now go
copy
back.
Link.
Yep. And then go back to where the bottom bar it shows like a little circle. It looks like a world.
No. Go where?
Go back to your Coinbase wallet.
Oh. Okay. Hold on.
And then on the bottom bar, the little circle with the lines that's next to the house.
Yep. Okay.
All right,
it's
so
still thinking.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
on. You're going too fast.
Sorry.
I'm still thinking. Okay. So, all right. I clicked on the little round thing with the lines.
Okay. And now up top, you should see an address bar. Like a search bar.
Okay.
All right. So paste the thing in the search bar.
Click go. Okay, so now try it again.
Mm-hmm.
Connect, open, Coinbase wallet,
Nope.
Sign in. I'm still working on it. Sign in, putting in my code. Still giving it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it just doesn't like me. So.
Okay, ripping pasta. Okay, well,
I know
we will try
probably
again.
in August. You might have to look at my phone when we're in Florida.
Yeah, we do that. That's fine.
Because are you 100% no for San Diego?
Probably yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just rather put it in more crypto.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know how many back treatments I'll be able to get by that point. Like, it'd just be a month. I'd rather wait that other month and then travel.
Right.
Because I would have had a what do you call it? I was supposed to go to Vegas this month, but then my back was like, yeah, back's not going to let me do it. So I will do it. So we'll just do it in August.
Yeah, no, you need to. Yeah, because you need to heal because we're going on to Disneyland and stuff. Disney World.
Yeah. Or I could be in such a bad way that I get a wheelchair and we get to skip all the lines.
Well, that would be amazing. But I don't know if they're going to let you go on rides as a cripple.
I mean, I can sit. Like, they're not going to have me run on the rides.
All right. You need to rent an electric one so we don't have to be pushing you.
I serve my country. You can push me for the day. You could take turns.
It's going to be too hot. Too hot.
Oh, yeah, it is going to be hot.
It's going to be humid. I mean, I don't know. I've never been on that side of Florida. I'm always on the east side, on the Atlantic side.
Yeah, it's yeah, especially in August.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to sound weird, but wear long sleeves. Because the sun is just going to cook your skin. Tammy, you are very white, and the sun is just going to cook your skin.
I'll be a lobster.
Yes, you will be a lobster.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely.
Lotion. We'll be good.
I mean, I'm brown and I'm going to wear long sleeves.
Yes. Oh, no, come on. I'm not going to, no.
Well, I'll be wearing long sleeves.
That's the only way I'm going to get any color.
I mean, there's color.
It just might be red instead of brown.
It's going to be it's very red. Yeah. There's about it. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna talk to her about that later. Yeah, so you didn't know I had stalkers back in the day.
I did not.
What do you think now of me that I've had the stalkers?
I think it's funny. I mean, I don't know. Like, to my knowledge, I haven't had any stalkers, so we're good. I just think it's funny. I just don't think that way. I'm very, I don't know. I just would never do it. I wouldn't expect it. I don't see why people would do it. It's just, I don't get it.
One stalker paid for my gym membership and bought me alcohol. So that was fun.
Was that the male or female?
That was the
stalker?
Female. That was the female one. She so it wound up being, there was this crazy girl that I dated in like 2015. And she wound up doing some crazy stuff. Got put in jail. Like, they threw the book at her. And her baby sister tracked me down. And she's just like, she wanted to let me know that, like, she wasn't like a threat, which is really strange because her later, like a couple years later, she was like she put a bug in my car. She was like following me. It was crazy. Anyway, I think I have the Facebook status of I think I was in a subway where it happened. Posts. Okay, the post is going to be from me. The jig is up, news is out, you finally found me, renegade. All right. I will tag you in it when I find it later.
Sure.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So I know you don't play slots, but I know you play blackjack. What other card games do you play? Aside from poker, because I know you play that.
Sometimes I play UTH, which is Ultimate Texas Hold'em, just for fun.
How is that different than normal Texas? What are the rules?
Oh, because you're playing against the house, not individual players. It's a horrible game. Horrible game.
Shouldn't the odds just be like 50-50?
No. No. Any game in the pit, the house has more than a 50% advantage over you.
What are the rules that give them the advantage?
It's all the extra bets.
Do you have to bid the extra bets?
There's two bets. There's 2 bets you have to do, okay. And then there's 2 or 3 bets that are optional.
So the 2 bets you have to do, what are they?
It's just to play the hand, and use like right now at the Horseshoe, because the WSOP is going on. Before the WSOP started, when I was here 4 days before that started, minimum bets for $10-15. Now, because the WSOP started, it's $25 minimum per bet. You have to do 2, so that's $50 a hand. Okay, and then if you're going to call, that's just to see the cards. Then if you're going to call the bet, that's another $25 to $100 per hand.
So to see the cards is 25 or 50?
50.
And then
you have to decide if you're going to call or fold. If you fold, you lose your $50. If you call, it's going to be a minimum of $25 to $100. And you have to beat the deal, and you have to beat the dealer, whatever the dealer has. So it's fun, but it's, again, not a game that I would be playing consistently to try to make money.
So if you have the bet of 50 and then you want to call.
No, it's 2 bets of 25. So there's a
But so what are those bets? What are they well,
there's God, let me try to see if I can find a UTH here. Hold on. UTH layout. All right, right here. Hold on. You're not going to be able to, can you see it?
Yeah. Okay,
so you have to put this bet, if you want to play the hand, you have to put them on these 2 bets right here.
Okay.
And whatever you put on the ante, the blind has to match. That's why there's an equal sign. So if it's a $10 game, you're putting 10 and 10. So it's $20.
Yeah.
And then the bonus is up there.
Okay, so that bet just by itself, that's to see the card. But when the hand plays out,
then it's minimum. So say that I look at my cards and I got 2 aces. I'm going to bet 4 times at $10. So I'm going to put $40 here. Okay. Any pair that are Wizard of Odds says any pair 3s and higher 4 times. Any ace 4 times. If I pull up my cards and I look at one card at a time. If the first card is an ace, I don't even look at the other card. I put it down and bet 4 times. It doesn't matter.
You can only bet up to 4x?
Only 4x, correct.
Okay.
Correct. Then, but say that you look at and you have 6-7 suited or whatever you have, right? You can check. So now you're going to see the flop, just like if we're playing real poker. You're going to see the flop, and then say that you have 6-7 and 3-4-5 comes on the flop. You flop a straight, right? Odds very little, but say that you do. Now, since you saw the flop, you can bet 2 times. So now you put $20 on there if you're betting 10. Now, say that if flop comes, you don't like it, you check. Now you're going to see the turn and river at once. They pull them both. And if you want to play that, your option is to fold the hand or call 10 to try to save your $20.
So,
and then all you have to do is beat the dealer. Like a lot of times,
so where does if you play every hand, where does the edge come out to the 50-50? Like that?
It's not going to be 50. Okay, hold on. It's not 50-50. I'll Google it.
Yeah, because where's the house advantage?
What's a house advantage on UTH? Okay, so the house has an approximate on Ultimate Texas Hold'em. It says that the house has an approximately 2% advantage. This means that on average, the casino will retain 2% of each wager placed.
So because as I say, it sounds like on a long enough timeline, it should just be.
But you also have to have a bankroll for that. If you only have 100, if you only, like a friend of mine, she loves playing the game. It's the only I'll be playing high limit blackjack. She'll be out there playing $10 on that game, right? And she loves the game. So cute. It is pretty entertaining. And she'll play, but she has a rule: if she loses 3 hands in a row, she's done. She'll get up, she'll find another table, or she won't play.
Okay.
Even though it's 2% doesn't mean the advantage is that they have 2%, but unless you have a big enough bankroll to keep playing, pressing your bets or doing whatever, you're never going to win.
Yeah.
Any game in the pit, anything so Ultimate, Texas Hold'em, Pie Gal, Let It Die, 3-card, all the fun.
Just call it Let It Die.
Yeah. Yeah. All the fun games, those are all carnival games, and that's what the house has the most advantage for, besides like roulette or something like that. But yeah. So yeah, Let It Die, Let It Ride.
Bro, I love Let It Ride.
It is the most donkiest game ever.
It's so much fun.
Exactly. It's fun. As long as you go in knowing you're just having fun, getting your free drinks, then you're good.
Got 4 of a kind once and Let It Ride.
I played 3-card yesterday, 3-card poker. First time ever playing it. I've dealt it, never played it before. Broke even and left. That's one.
Okay.
Let It Die and 3-card, one of the worst games for the player, for table games.
I've never really liked 3-card, but Let It Ride is just I don't know. I like the payouts, and again, like one of the first times I played, I got 4 of a kind, so I was hooked. I'm hooked.
Of course. Like I played this one game called High Card Flush, and the very first time I ever played it, I got a 7-card flush in my hand, won $1,500 on one bet. But after that, never hit anything again. I don't play it very often, but if I do, it's.
But I don't know if I'm going if it's just to gamble, it's just whatever money. I like the slot machines.
Well, yeah, push the button.
I like the colors, Tammy. I like the games. I like the bonuses, and I get to see what happens.
Right, but you don't even have to. There's no thinking. The machine tells you.
Exactly. I could chill on Snapchat and TikTok, and I could just Yes. Tammy, do you know how much I have to think throughout the day? Do you know how much thinking this takes? I need to zombie out and hit my button and watch the pretty colors, Tammy.
Just like when I used to work in the pit, I would tell all the players there's a reason why there's so many slot machines and not as many table games. It's how the house makes their money.
Yep, and that is what I need to do. I just need to.
Yeah.
Oh, Morgan Stanley developed an in-house AI coding tool to help rewrite old COBOL code into plain English. It's already reviewed 9 million lines of code and saved 280,000 hours of developer time. Morgan Stanley says it's now aiming artificial intelligence at one enterprise software's biggest pain points, and it's one of big tech's hasn't quite nailed yet, helping rewrite old outdated code into modern coding language. In January, the company rolled out a tool known as DevGen AI, built in-house on OpenAI's GPT models, and translate legacy code from languages like COBOL into plain English specs that developers can use to rewrite it. So far this year, it reviewed 9 million lines of code, saving developers 280,000 hours, said Mike Pizzi, Morgan Stanley's global head of technology and operations. Epic. The amount of value that you get out of that is so incredible. Hit 4 aces on a double-double last week, missed the kicker. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Tammy? What's a double-double?
Okay, say it again.
He hit 4 aces on a double-double last week, missed the kicker.
He hit 4 aces. Okay, so the 4 aces is probably on the board and his kicker didn't play. That's the only thing I can think of. Who said that?
Zombie.
Oh, here we go. Hit 4 aces on a double-double. See, I don't know what double-double means. I mean, I'm thinking a double board bomb pot, but I'm thinking real poker. So I don't know. Last week missed the kicker. That's the only thing I can think of is that he hit 4 aces, but his kicker didn't play.
Yeah.
I would need to talk to him to figure out what he's talking about.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
My friend who I travel with, she actually just was playing the Colossus, which is a really big tournament, big event at the WSOP, gets knocked out. So then she decides to go play PLO. and she tripled up the first hand. She doesn't. We don't. I mean, we deal PLO, but we don't play it very often. So she's gonna win because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing.
I feel you. Oh, it's video.
I mean, we know what we're doing, but it's just. I mean, we don't have a lot of experience. Is a better way to say it because she knows what she's doing. Nice. Oh, video poker. Zombie's talking about video poker.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. See, I don't play video poker either.
Yeah, I don't do it either. I don't do, because I feel like anything at the bar, I feel like nobody wins anything at the bar, you know?
Right. The only reason, like, people.
Oh God, she's gone.
Like the minimum bet so they can get the free drinks.
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like Vegas is good with that. Atlantic City, the waitresses are like so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like suck. Atlantic City.
You know what I do when I'm playing? If I'm playing blackjack or because they're only allowed to bring you one drink, even if they're really busy. So I'll get the person next to me if they're not drinking. I'll get them. We'll order 2 drinks, and then I'll have 2 drinks, and then we just get extra water. Yeah, I learned that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I became a professional drinker, you knew to order the next one when you're halfway done with the first one, and then that's how the pros do it.
Yeah. I took tomorrow off. I got 3 days off in a row.
When?
I just got a message saying if we're working Thursday and we want it off, just to let them know, so now I don't have to work tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
I know. So now I'm looking to see what tournament I'm going to play.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we're going to play. Okay, so I could play the seniors event at 9 in the morning. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah, 9 in the morning's too
early. I could play the Colossus, which is at 10, which is the one I'll probably play because that's $500.
Yeah.
I'm not playing a 25K high roller. Not doing it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot. What the hell is this game? FLB. Oh, Badoogie. Yeah, not playing that. No.
What's that?
Badoogie is a draw game where you get 4 cards, and you want ace, deuce, 3, 4, all different suits. That's the best hand.
Okay. What are the odds of that?
It's the best hand in Badoogie, but it's the worst hand possible because there's no suits. Any pair, any 2 suits, then you play the next 3 cards. If you have something that's suited or a pair, then you're really bad.
Yeah.
There's the 4 o'clock. Yeah, probably my options for tomorrow is, I'm just looking at the WSOP. Maybe I'll play. Let's see here. I could play at the Win. Let's see what's going on at the Win. Oh, yeah, no, not playing that.
Do you play Chinese poker?
I do not.
Yeah, I would not play it.
Yeah, no, I've never played it, so I don't know.
Oh.
See, now there's a 1600 at the Venetian.
1600 what?
That's the buy-in.
The buy-in for the
tournament.
Are you going to go with like 2 different buy-ins?
Usually if I go, I have at least 2 buy-ins.
What do you have to place in order to like kind of get the money back? Like top 30?
You make it to day 2. You make it day 2, you get your money back. But you don't know what the prize pool is going to be until everybody's entered. So I can tell you that there's it's a 1.5 mil guarantee tournament. So the value is there, but I don't know if I want to donk off $1,600 at the moment. So we'll see.
How confident are you?
It's all in how the cards go. It's just like my friend, she was playing in the Colossus today. She got moved, has ace king short stacked. It's, she raised, there's another raise, and she ends up going all in because she's short stacked with ace king. Somebody has queens and her ace king's no good, which ace king's a premium hand, but it's very, very overrated. And when you're short stack, you kind of got to go with it. But if you don't hit, even pocket 2s beat you. So what do? You go all in and pray.
I've seen the ace king be beat by pocket fives, and it's like, oh,
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
rough times. So this is something that I think I want to try to get into. This thing called Epic on Chain. They have let me find the tweet here. Because it wasn't that long ago that I saw it. So
Were you and Rain talking about it the other day?
Oh yeah. Okay, you heard about it. Okay,
I did. Is that the one where you loan money or yeah? See, I listen.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You do listen, Tammy. Good for you. Yeah, I think there's a ton of value here for lenders. I think that it's nothing's risk free, but I think if they were doing it with like any NFT, we're like, yeah, based on the floor price, but they're not. They're only doing it with top, because if it's any NFT, stuff can be manipulated, and the top tier stuff, I feel like would be manipulated less than the other ones. So and you could even look, it's like, okay, what's the floor price of, let's say, like a mutant ape, and let's say, I'm making up numbers here, but let's say it's 10 ETH. If it's been around that for several months, that's fine. But it's like, okay, it's 10 ETH, but it was worth 1 ETH like a week ago. I don't want to choose this to back up, because then if I give them 5 ETH, then they default, and then suddenly the floor goes back down to 1 ETH, then it's like you're screwed. So obviously you have to do a little bit of due diligence there. But I think that there's going to be so many people that, because the people feel better because they don't have to give up custody of they don't have to give them the NFT. They keep it until they don't pay back. And when they don't pay back, that's when you get the NFT and you sell it right away. Or they do pay back a crazy interest rate, which is awesome.
Sorry.
Bless you. Oh, you tired? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Do you need a shot?
Absolutely not. No alcohol.
You need you've been driving all day, so you need
I drove 5.5 hours today, yeah.
Yeah, and you drove a bit yesterday too.
Yeah, I drove 5.5 hours, yeah. I needed to get away from Vegas for I mean, it was like 24 hours. It wasn't even 24 hours. It was like 18 hours.
Are you salty that as soon as you get back, hey, you don't have to work tomorrow? Could have stayed there.
I could have, but no, I'm all right, because now I can play. So I'll play the Colossus probably tomorrow. I'll go buy in tonight and then get up and go tomorrow and play. And then if I don't do well tomorrow, then I have the option to play on Friday also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's multiple day one flights.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the tournament, you play tomorrow and then you make it to Friday, and then yeah.
Well, it's not Friday. Day 2, I think, is Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, that blows. Yeah, because then, like, if you have to work, what do you do?
I text my boss and say, I begged the Colossus, I'm not going to be in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's very, very laid back. I got a good boss. I mean, if I was working at the Wynn or the Aria, that wouldn't jive. But where I'm at, he's pretty good.
Oh, that's so chill. That's so cool. I don't think I've ever had a job where I could say that, because I
only in Vegas. Like when I work in Florida, Atlantic City, California, even when I'm back in Vegas in November when I work the NAPT, that doesn't happen. Only during the series. Like, well, honestly, the only reason why right now is because the numbers are down. It's been really slow.
Yeah. What I meant by that is that, like, in like high school, my friends would work at like Target. Hey, we're all doing this. I was like, I can't, I have work. Like, just call out, bro. I was like, well, I work in an animal hospital. If you don't show up, like, fruit doesn't get stocked. If I don't show up, people are short staffed. Emergency comes in, like animals die.
Right.
So I couldn't do that. And military, like, you can't not show up to work legit unless you're like, even if you go, especially I was in the critically manned career field. So like everybody like counted like every day. So even if you went to like the doctor on base before your shift, unless you were like contagious and like had a doctor's note, like you couldn't, you can't just call out. Like you could take leave. But yeah, it was wild. So like, I never had a job where you call out. It was I want to do that. I want to work. I told Crypto Rain yesterday that I want to work at Target for like 2 weeks. And I don't know if I said this on camera or off camera. Did I say it on camera? Did you hear it?
Do what?
I want to work at Target for 2 weeks. I want to just hang around with people. I want to be like, I'm Chavez. I'm the new stocker boy. I stock towels and towel related products, and I help old ladies find their linen, right?
Right.
And then I get to know people, and then I pay somebody to go, take a chopper, and they land on Target, and then everyone's like, "What is that?" And I was like, I'm just stocking my towels, right? Fucking mopping floors and in the break room, chatting up the mom squad because there's a lot of moms that work at Target. And then guys in suits come in, like, "Where is he? Where is he? Where's Chavez?" And I was like, "Oh, bro, I'm trying to stock towels here." And then they just say, like, "We need you. Like, we have no right to ask you to serve your country again, but we're asking." And I'd be like, "If you have a mission, can't you just send like Harnish, like with Chavez? They have Harnish." And then I go like, "My God, man!" And then we leave on the chopper, and then all the coworkers around me like, "What the fuck just happened? Like, what was Chavez in his last career? I thought he was just a stock boy." And then I just never go back. The lure, Tammy, the aura farming, as everybody runs outside, as I'm just hanging on the chopper by one hand, and I just give them a salute. The aura farming would go deep, Tammy. Legendary status.
You're crazy.
I think it'd be fun.
It would be fun. Only you would think of that.
Did I tell you my idea of an app for friends?
Like Friends the show or just friends in general?
Friends in general.
Okay. No.
Okay. So has this ever happened to you where you just have like big life energy? Like, I want to go like skateboard. I want to go to a park. I want to pet dogs. You just want to do shit, right?
I was going to say, you've met me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I have more energy than probably any of y'all.
Yeah. So you want to go out and just got that big life energy. But then your friend's just like, "My back hurts." Your friend's like, "I'm just going to stay on Netflix and chill. I have company coming over. I have to do this." And it's like, bro, nobody wants to do anything. Wouldn't it be awesome if there was an app where you had not just like anybody, but verified cool people? Because you don't want to hang out with like this stick in the sand that just complains and bitches and moans all the time. Like, "Oh, it's too cold in here. Oh, it's too bright." Like, no, you want to be with cool people that are down for anything, right? So how do you get verified cool people on the app? Here's the idea. We do a show, and the show is me and a couple friends, and we take out with people that want to apply for the job. They go on the show, and we go take them to like football games. We take them to the beach. We take them rollerblade. We take them to do all this fun stuff, right? For like 2 days. And at the end of it, if they're cool, they get the job. They get to be on the app. But if they're not, we put a dunce cap on them. We call them a loser. We flick boogers at them.
Red X.
Yeah, red X, and be like, "Loser," and then they don't get it. So that's the idea. We get the content of the show. We get to do really cool stuff, and then at the end of the day, we get an app, and then we get money. McMoney's up the yin yang. Would you, if I were to do that, would you like to be one of the friends that we do stuff with?
Absolutely. It'll be lots of fun.
Yeah, that's my fun idea, and I think it would work great. We could do it for introverts too. We'd be like, "Hey, come to the bookstore, come to this coffee store."
Okay, so not trying to sidetrack, but I'm sidetracking. I'm on Telegram, and in that Lisbon group, Token 2049 put up a link for Token 2049 Singapore, the world's largest crypto event, right? And it's in October, October 1st and 2nd. Wes says, I love Wes. He goes, they should send VeVe Magic and have her sign everyone up onto Stacker.
I'll give him a thumbs up for that. Yeah.
100%. Oh, did you just do that?
I did. I gave him a thumbs up.
I did too. Yeah. Is that not funny?
That is great. Become a partner.
Magic needs to go.
Yeah. All right. Title sponsors. Okay. Platinum
And
sponsors.
I have October free. I think we could all go to Singapore.
It's October what?
1st and 2nd. I don't think I'm doing anything.
Aren't you going to be in Bermuda or something?
No, Aruba. That's September.
Yeah, but isn't it late September?
18th through the 28th.
Oh, okay. You can leave right from there.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't bought my plane tickets yet.
There's a lot of people that are already here. So there's media partners. There's all these partners, silver, gold partners. There's community partners. Like, my God, how many freaking people are out here paying this bread? An affiliate partner. I mean, this is a lot. I don't know. I've never been to Singapore.
I think it would be fun.
It might be fun. It might be fun. I don't have a network. I don't know anyone. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I bet you we can find people there we know.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
President Trump's executive director of digital assets meets with El Salvador President Nayib Bukele to discuss Bitcoin. Very nice. Very nice. Get that Bitcoin bread. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. How is she trying to buy? Okay, she's not. All right, she's not trying to buy. She's trying, to join the group. Oh, my back. Ugh.
Yeah, my allergies have been really bad. I went and got some more Claritin and Zysol at Costco and Mucinex because I just feel congested.
Yeah, Ernie came back sick. He was traveling for like 12 days, and he was in 6 different places, and I was like, it can't be partying this hard for 12 days in a row.
No,
and he's just like, he had to. Yeah, went to a wedding, went to all this stuff. I was like, yeah.
That's fun.
That is fun.
He is one of the ones that is more on the go than anyone else I know.
Yeah,
he's always on the go.
Yeah, I feel like, dude, there are times, because like my back is like hurt, right? So like I don't leave the grounds. I don't leave the house. Like I'll go to get like Taco Bell, or I'll go to get like, whatever. But there are like sometimes where I go where he's gone, where I legit have full on conversations with Ralphie, and I was like,
I love Ralphie.
He's so chill, bro. He's so.
I'd like it more if he would come snuggle with me.
Yeah, he's not really a snuggler.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he likes to be near you, but not like
just not touching.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes to be on the back of the couch.
Yeah. And the couch just hurts I can sit on the couch, like if I put my back against the pillow, but I can't lay on there. So what I have to do is, if I lay on there, I have to get as close to the edge as possible, and then I have to roll over on my stomach, and then I have to like push up so that I'm like in the downward dog position, and then I have to slowly move one of my legs off the couch, so where my foot is touching the ground, and then slowly do the other, and then I have to like walk like this up to the edge, and then I have to make my back all loosey-goosey. So it's like not worth it. Like if I'm going to be there for hours, it's worth it. But if I'm going to be there for like 30 minutes, it's not worth it. But then like Ralphie likes to go up, so I have to like in one fluid motion be like, you. And I know that's fucking my back. Even. It's like, I know that's not,
You get them stairs. They have stairs so they can go up.
Yeah, I should. I don't know if he's going to trust. I mean, we'll see, see.
Oh, he would eventually. If he wanted to get on there, he'd figure it out.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I probably would. I don't know. Sometimes
he would.
Sometimes he's a dumb boy. He does bro. Okay, so the people next to me. So this is how like starved I was for like human like connection. So so it's like at night, and normally at night's like the spooky time, because like middle of nowhere, like there's no people around, like but I was just like, what are these lights next door? Could be friend, could be, could be friend. So I go outside and I was like, oh, hey, what's up, Sean Berg? I talked about you before. You spent $1,000.
Yeah. Oh, he's the one Sean's the one that did it?
I think so. Unless
VeVe
it was
app?
a different Sean.
On the VeVe app?
It was either the VeVe app or Stacker.
Oh, Stacker, I think. I think it was Stacker.
But yeah, so there's and the flashlight, and I'm thinking as I go out there, these people could be like robbing this house, and I could just be like a witness that they got a pew pew. But they were cops, and I was like, hey, and I look like such an illegal alien, so I just put on like my American. Hi, I'm with Ralphie. He's like, you can't see him. He's black, and it's night out. But he means no harm. And they're like, hey, you see anyone around here? And I was like, just the dog. And they're like, the alarm's going off. They suspect robbers in the area. And I was like, oh. And I was like, please don't think I'm a robber. Please don't think I'm a robber. I'm like, so I live here. I'm just letting the dog out. And I'm like, okay. And that was it. So they were cool. They were chill. I feel like that could have gotten much worse. That could have gotten like, they could have shot Ralphie. They could have and just been like they could have beat me up, and they'd just been like, yeah, because like I know what I look like, and it's not an American. I don't look American. I look like one of those like straight off the boat, straight off jumped over the Mexican border, fentanyl everywhere. Like it doesn't. So, but the American accent, it helped, and I am here. I'm safe. I'm good.
Oh shit! Sorry.
But and then I have a little announcement. I think on Friday that I think I told you about.
I think I know it.
And
it's exciting.
Yeah. So I'll.
That's tomorrow, right? Wait, 2 days.
2 days. Tomorrow is the Thursday. I have my friend Justin on tomorrow. He's one of my first supervisors in the Air Force, and
cool.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Yeah, so let's talk off camera.
All right.
Everybody, let's my body say goodbye to Dashi.
Bye.
Dashi. And say bye to Tammy. And